you where to look, but don't tell you what to see. Better than 1,000 days of diligent study is one day with a great teacher. Your heart is slightly bigger than the average human heart, but that's because you're a teacher. Teachers can change lives with just the right mix of chalk and challenges. Teaching is the greatest act of optimism. One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. Students, don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. It is not what is poured into a student that counts, but what is planted. Teachers have 3 loves: love of learning, love of learners, and the love of bringing the first 2 loves together. The art of teaching is the art of assisting discovery. Education doesn't just make us smarter, it makes us whole. Teaching kids to count is fine, but teaching them what counts is best. I am indebted to my father for living, but to my teacher for living well. A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops. I like a teacher who gives you something to take home to think about besides homework. I have learned silence from the talkative, toleration from the intolerant, and kindness from the unkind. Yet, strange, I am ungrateful to those teachers. A good teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. A teacher who is attempting to teach without inspiring the pupil with a desire to learn is hammering on cold iron. Good teachers know how to bring out the best in students. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Change is the end result of all true learning. Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. The learning process continues until the day you die. Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. Develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow. Education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself. They know enough who know how to learn. Education is the ability to listen to almost anything without losing your temper or your self-confidence. They cannot stop me. I will get my education if it is in the home, school, or any place. Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. He who opens a school door closes a prison. Education is the ability to meet life situations. Learning starts with failure. The first failure is the beginning of education. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education.
Good evening, everybody. Could you please confirm if I'm audible? Please put a yes in the chat if I'm audible. All right, thank you. Good evening once again. Thank you all for registering and attending this national level online faculty development program on outcome-based education and application of generative AI in teaching and research, jointly organized by the Internal Quality Assurance Cell IQAC of University of Engineering and Management, Jaipur, Rajasthan, and the Internal Quality Assurance Cell IQAC of Nirmala College, Mathura Autonomous, Kerala, in association with IPSR Solutions Limited. Today, we would again like to welcome Dr. Suresh Nambudiri, who's the Director of SPA Technologies, Pune, as the resource person. And we would like to welcome all the FTP participants of today. Now, about this FTP, this is a one-week FTP program with live sessions from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And this is actually our 5th day of the FTP. Now, fee for the LMS access and processing of certificate is rupees 400. All the participants who are paid the processing fee will receive the LMS access, the video recordings for all the days, and provision to download your FTP completion certificate. The procedure for receiving the certificate will be informed to you towards the end of the FTP. If any of you are yet to make the payment, you can make the payment of rupees 400 to the account details I have put in the chat. If you are unable to attend any of the live sessions, they will be available in the LMS. Now, we have shared the LMS access details through email to those who have shared the payment proof in WhatsApp till yesterday. Those who have shared the payment proof in WhatsApp today will receive the LMS access details later in the day or by tomorrow. If you have any trouble attending the WebEx online session, you can also join the YouTube live session, the link of which I have put in the chat. Now, my name is 𝐬𝐧𝐥𝐢𝐧𝐞 𝐅𝐃𝐏. I'm working as Global Relations Manager with IPSA Solutions Limited, and I will be the event moderator. Now, coming on to today's FTP technical session, the topic for today's session is going to be generative AI in high impact research. Now, this is going to be delivered by Dr. Suresh Nambudiri, who is the Director of 𝐻𝐵 Technologies, Pune. Dr. Suresh Nambudiri is a product design specialist with over 30 years of experience in industries like automobiles, consumer electronics, home appliances, and telecommunications. As the former COO of Tata Motors, he was part of the team that developed India's first car, the Indica. Over his career, he has designed and developed over 200 products, many of them the first time in India. Having interviewed over 12,000 candidates for senior positions, Dr. Nambudiri's insight led him to investigate the state of Indian engineering education. His research involved collaborating with global industry professionals and Ivy League universities on a pan-India survey. Currently, he serves as a director of 𝐻𝐵 Technologies, Pune, and consults with leading institutions such as IITs and NITs. He is a mentor, researcher, educator, and corporate consultant specializing in outcome-based education, design thinking, and AI tools. His academic background includes a BTech in mechanical engineering, MTech in production engineering, and an MBA in new product development. His PhD research focused on cognitive rigor requirement for startup and entrepreneurship. Over to you, sir. Sir, you're on mute.
Thanks, Sijan, and good evening.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think a few minutes we will wait for new participants to join. So meanwhile,
Okay.
I will speak. I will talk about. We can have a recap what happened yesterday. Yesterday we discussed about why should we go for OBE and what is that imperative, and how as a country and how as a countryman we are struggling with the status quo. And we are paying more, and we are struggling to live here because of inflation. Everything can be linked to Bloom's taxonomy. Our education level and the level of graduates, when we see from the Bloom's taxonomy point of view, when 94% of our graduates passing out of our universities, they are confused graduates. They do not know what to do. They are not interested in anything. And because of that, they lack self-esteem. And then with that condition, where are we going ahead as a country and as a society? Someone was telling that earlier times, British people with that low technology and very crude shape of ships, they had to come from Britain to here, India, to loot us. Now, what are we doing? We are collecting all the money from here. Means for foreigners need not come here. We are taking our money, going there, putting it at their feet, and we are giving the money there. That is what last year alone. I read from I read from this Financial Express that last year alone, Indians paid $78 billion only for higher education abroad. At the same time, we need to understand we received only 140 billion from all our software services. So almost means more than half of the software services we are going and giving to the foreign countries in the form of foreign education. So this is important. We need to improve the quality of our education. It is not only for saving foreign exchange. It is for gaining, for improving our self-esteem, our self-respect, so that we should be pioneers in at least in some areas, so that the rest of the world will start respecting us, not as a service provider, but as a product pioneer. When we are a product pioneer, it has got its own benefit. We should be able to, our researchers should be of that high impact and powerful, so that this research can be transformed to products, processes, and various high value theories and other items. So that is not happening. For example, last year, IIT Bombay conferred PhD to 400 people. I do not know how many of these 400 are any use for anybody other than the people who received a PhD. Last year, Osmania University conferred PhD to, this is what I read, 2,600 people. And what is the benefit? Who is going to benefit with these PhDs? So we need to see that our research, where is this research going? Where is it leading? Are we going in the quantity again? As I was telling you yesterday, one side we claim that we are technologically very, very high, but whenever there is a premium, whenever there is an important project comes, these projects are going to somebody. So when there is a valuable projects come, where is IIT Bombay? Where is IIT Madras? Where is IIT Delhi? Where is IISc? Are these only there for paper tigers? So it is important that our research should lead to some products, processes, or theories of world standard. Then the entire world will start respecting us. So today's our focus is this: how to use generative AI for high impact research. Please, my objective is not for automate inefficiency, so that inefficiency and our wrongdoings will be fast. I am focusing on how to use generative AI to follow the best practices of research, so that we also can start producing, or we also start generating good research, and that research will have a good consequence. Means it will be a high impact research, and that will have some good benefits to our society and to our country. So now let me see what is the time. Already it is 7:10. We have got 88 participants now. Okay, now let us go from here. So what I am going to do first, today what I am going to do, let me explain to you. Point number one, I am going to show you the needs of an average research scholar in India, and what are all the AI tools available for a research scholar, and what percentage of a research scholar's problems will be solved by this available AI tools. And I am going to show you that what is the real real potential of AI that can solve the researcher's problems. And I am going to show you that how critical thinking is the foundation of all research. Critical thinking is the foundation of research. So how this critical thinking and generative AI can be blended. Then I am going to take you to how to blend critical thinking generative AI, research methodology, and prompt engineering together. I am going to show you a platform. Why I am showing you this platform is to show you the potential. Means if someone comes and tell you that this is what we can do with the generative AI for research, you will be having enough knowledge to tell that no, this is not the potential of generative AI. We have very high potential for generative AI in research. When somebody comes and tell you that you should not use AI because of plagiarism, you will be able to tell that use generative AI appropriately. You are not going to get into plagiarism. Okay, so this is what the prime objective of today's talk. Today, our talk is from 7 to 9 p.m. And I would like to tell you that this particular topic, normally in institutions, I take for 2 days. So this is a 2 days program. I am going to speak to you in 2 hours. Therefore, many things I have to remove, but I am not going to dilute the explanation. I know that all you participants, you are sitting here, you have earned your degrees and you are sitting here with your reputation. Therefore, once I explain certain concepts to you, you will be able to build upon those concepts. And you have my telephone now, you have my mobile number, and yesterday and this during the day, many of the participants call me, and you can always call me whenever I am, if I am not free, I may not take the call. There is a WhatsApp on that, but definitely I will return your call, or I will inform you, you may call at this time. So now let us start from here. I am going to show you the first thing. Let me open. So this is artificial intelligence for high impact research. Please remember high impact research. We are not here for automating our normal practices. Automating normal practices, you know what are the things happening in research field in India. That is the reason quantitatively we are very high, qualitatively we are very poor. And here I am going to speak about the best practices and how generative AI can be used for best practices in research. So you see this. This is the condition of most of the research scholars. Means they are totally confused. They have got the dizziness. They are full of exclamation and questions. And at the same time, they are under fire and time is running out. This is a condition of most of the research scholars and faculty members with pressure to publish papers. And when they are in that condition, they will get advices, use AI. Now you can use AI. Last 1.5 years, I am specializing in this area. And as I was telling you yesterday, I have personally developed about 50 prompt engineering techniques, and I have got hands-on experience in generative AI. With this experience, I have written 5 books on generative AI. It is there on Amazon. But here I am going to tell you, when you are as a research scholar, when you look on internet, or when you speak to your peers, what AI can do, I am going to tell you this. This is what you get from internet or from YouTube. There are AI tools for searching literature. That means you can use AI for literature searching. That is, some AI tools like Site Assistant, Consensus, SciSpace, Synapse, Semantic Scholar, R-Discovery, RefSeek, Lens.org. All these sites are AI tools are for searching literature. Next, there are AI tools for literature review. There are AI tools for literature review. Connected Papers, Litmaps, Elicit, Research Rabbit, Rackster. These are all for literature review. Then there are other tools, AI tools for content generation. That is ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, Visio, Writer, Tom, AI, Bard has become Gemini. All these things are for AI tools for content generation. Then there are AI tools for chatting, summarizing, paraphrasing. That is equally our Quillbot and our Scholar C, etc., etc. And Grammarly, yes. Then we go next. AI tools for data analysis and data visualization. Code Interpreter, Notable, Flourish. Nowadays, even ChatGPT paid version, you will get so many plugins in that, so many GPTs that you can use for data analysis. AI grammar check, paper editing, etc. Then these are all the tools available to a research scholar. But do you know one important thing about this? All these tools, they are using only just 5% of AI's potential. Just 5% of AI's potential, and none of these tools are really solving the problems faced by the Indian research scholar. Indian research scholars have very special requirement. It is because they are coming through an educational system. That particular system doesn't make them curious, doesn't make them to think rationally, doesn't make them to ask questions. Therefore, they do not get a research idea. That is the reason most people go behind research guides to get a research topic or a problem. And from there onwards, they are just behind the guides for getting each step of their guidance. None of these tools are really helping them with this. These Indian research scholars, it is very, very difficult to do finding a gap. I will tell you, for example, here people take Xerox, 7,000 copies, 8,000 copies, bundles of paper they download and take a print and sit and read by thinking that for gap analysis, one day they think that I will do it. But these are all the tragedy. These are not the efficient way, and these are not the right way. That is the reason somehow everyone has got a PhD. But when you speak to that person, you don't feel that that person has got a PhD. You are not seeing that shining on their face. You are not seeing a diamonds in their eyes. You are not seeing a hollow around their face, around their head. It is because that PhD is not a real PhD. You know what? In my opinion, once a person decides on the research topic on his or her own, that person has reached to almost 35 to 40% of his PhD, if it is a good finding of his own. It is something like a butterfly. When they use their own force and coming out of cocoon, that is the time they gain that strength. They gain the strength to fly away. This is not happening in our system. That is the reason you don't feel a person who is PhD a PhD. So when a person reaches hypothesis level, when it is reaching, in my opinion, almost research is over there. Rest of the things are a formality. But up to that level, if a person is actually taking external help fully, then that person is losing what is expected from a faculty member or a researcher from doing that research. Why Indian educational system giving more importance to a research and a PhD than a real teaching and a convincing experience? It is because by thinking that a person, when he does the correct research, that person will be cognitively so powerful, rigorous, and that person will be able to teach students well. This particular bridge is getting broken. And now we are going to speak about that, how generative AI can help this. Let me go ahead from here. What is exactly generative AI can do for research? Let me show you here. Point number one. Okay, let me show you here what none of these AI tools can do, and those are only 5%. I am going to speak about the balance in 95%, what generative AI can do for Indian researchers. First, instant ideation expansion. Whatever idea spark you have, generative AI can expand your idea. It can, as I was telling you yesterday, it can augment you. Then second is uninterrupted research flow. I have visited hundreds of higher educational institutions, spoken to many hundreds of research scholars. Even last week, one research scholar was calling me from Salem, and that person was really crying. He has already spent some 5.5 years to 6 years on this research. No end of the tunnel at all. He says like that, I do not know. I am going to my guide. He says that this is not enough. That's all. He's not giving any guidance what to do. And he says that if he says that this is not enough, then what is his enough? I don't know. See, this is what almost every campus, almost every research scholar is stuck. With generative AI, even for 1 minute, you will not be stuck. That is what uninterrupted research flow. Third, critical thinking amplification means with AI's inherent critical thinking enhancing means it can actually push you through new or uncharted paths and make you think critically. Time efficiency boost. You are going to gain lot of time. Your PhD, your paper publishing are going to be a good experience. It is not going to be the dark age of your life. So time efficiency boost. Horizon broadening. See, as I was speaking to you about critical thinking, out of the box thinking yesterday, we are confined to the horizon, our small horizon, constrained by our exposure in our life. So this horizon can be broadened with generative AI. Innovation catalyst. Many of the detail we get from generative AI, it can lead us to innovations. It can be a catalyst. Then motivation multiplier. No wonder it will motivation multiplier. Dynamic data assimilation. Similarly, evolutionary idea adaptation. You know that research is a journey. And when we are a journey, if we are curious, we notice things. And when we notice this thing, we will be able to adapt to those things. So in this journey, we are going to adapt. We will not be the same person who started this research journey when we reach our destination. And that is going to trigger us as lifelong learners. This is what expected from our educational system. Now, rapid literature synthesis. See, we are not going to speak about literature review or literature or we are speaking about literature synthesis, idea synthesis. We are going to speak about integration of concepts. These things are possible. As I was telling you yesterday, these things are possible with the generative AI. Then bias detection and neutralization. See, We all, when we sit long time with something, whether it can be a Stockholm syndrome, we start thinking that what we are exposed is true, and we forget about bias. Generative AI is very good in bias detection and even to suggest a thing so that we can neutralize. Then adaptive learning edge, that is AI's continuous learning ensures that researchers always work with the most advanced and updated toolset, leading to pioneering outcome. Advanced visualization tools. You may not know with your data in which are the ways we can put graphically infographics. Those are visualization tools. So AI can help us so that it is going to give you brownie points when it comes to presentation or your examination, etc. Scalable research modularity, interdisciplinary integration. Generative AI can help us with the interdisciplinary integration because we are all grown, we are all studied through silos. We know only certain one vertical, but interdisciplinary means we have to think in a broader way. So this interdisciplinary integration is going to help us. Then holistic research enhancement. From here, now let us see that I am going little fast. See, 12 reasons why generative AI doesn't lead to plagiarism. I am going to tell you why generative AI doesn't lead to plagiarism. When you use custom prompting, that means you are giving an input. You are giving an instruction for the process to be done. And then you are going to give an output format. Then you are controlling the entire generation. When you are controlling the entire generation, whatever output you get, it is your own. Therefore, it is an original generation. Now, second thing is that user input. The quality and specificity of the generated text often depend on the user's skill in crafting a prompt, which adds an element of originality and creativity to the output. Means it is a user input to user output. Then most important thing, as I was telling you yesterday, ChatGPT or generative AI LLMs are tool. It is not a source. It is not a source. Means it's a tool. Therefore, even some people ask me, when they write a paper, should they write a reference as ChatGPT? Please don't write. It is equivalent to I am writing my specs name, brand. I am writing my pen brand. It is not. ChatGPT is a tool. We need not speak about the tool here. No claim of authorship. Whatever you get from ChatGPT, there is no claim of authorship. Then ethical use guidelines means with whatever we do, these are all within the ethical use guideline. There is no legal precedent that someone got sued by publishing an output from generative AI. These are all important. Contextual adaptability means we are actually getting it contextually the relevant information. Now let us go from here. Avoid plagiarism through custom prompting. Now I am going to show you here one study. That is, I am going to show you in our research process how much work is cognitive challenge, what is physical challenge. I have made it into 14 steps of research process, and you will see identifying the research problem, 95% of cognitive effort, 5% of physical effort. So automation effectiveness is very low. Conducting a preliminary literature review, 80% cognitive effort, 20% physical effort. Preparing a research proposal, 85% cognitive challenge, 15% physical. Obtaining a proposal approval, This you know that cognitive challenge is 40, other physical is 60. So in this way, when we are say formulating hypothesis research question, cognitive challenge is 90%, physical challenge is 10%. Research design, cognitive challenge is 85%, physical challenge 18. What I wanted to stress here is that research is a cognitive process. Research is a intelligence. It is a question. It is a effort through intelligence. Therefore, it is important that how much we are good in the cognitive abilities, that much our research will be. So we need support in our cognitive abilities. That is why I am going to show here in the next step, artificial intelligence for high impact research. There is a 10-step process here. Step 1 to step 10. This is a 10-step research methodology process. Now I am going to, it is on the left-hand side, you will see the 10 steps, and here on the right-hand side, you will see this 10-step process expanded. You will see that the 10-step research methodology is broken down to about 85 to 87 steps. You see these steps here. Each of these steps can be blended with generative AI. And before going for the research methodology, let me show you that how we are going to use critical thinking in generative AI. Critical thinking with research methodology and with generative AI. This is a framework. You please look here. This is critical thinking framework. Critical thinking is the thing, as I was telling you yesterday, not taught in India. That is what the penalty we pay in the form of research, in the form of not getting good ideas, and in the form of lowering economy, in the form of our dependence on foreign countries, and in the form of standing in the queue for iPhone, even after here in the iPhone making for 6 models, we are not able to learn anything how to do. Means after even after 45 years working on information technology, why we are not able to make one operating system or one computer language. This is what we have to see, the critical thinking framework. This I am going to show. This you forget me, you forget this FDP, but please don't forget this critical thinking framework. It is, you must apply intellectual standards. I am going to tell 10 intellectual standards here. To the elements of thought, elements of reasoning, I am going to tell 8 elements of reasoning so that you develop intellectual traits. I am going to speak about 8 intellectual traits of a good researcher. Then these intellectual traits are creating high impact research and the trophy with wow. But most of the people see only trophy and wow. They don't see a great researcher. Before he could produce a great research, he has become a great researcher. We forget that for creating something great, we have to also become great. So this critical thinking framework is actually for that. Now, let me show you this. You must apply intellectual standards. What are those intellectual standards? Intellectual standards are clarity, accuracy, relevance, logicality, breadth, depth, precision, significance, completeness, fairness. These are the 10 intellectual standards. Whatever we do, it has to go through this filters of this intellectual standard. Whether it is in the classroom, whether it is with our family, or it is while doing research, whatever we do, our conduct, it should go through this intellectual standards. These are all the real standards They are going to build us as researchers, as PhD holders, as great publishers. Now, with these intellectual standards, where are we going to apply? To the elements of reasoning. Let me tell you, what are all these elements of thought or elements of reasoning? It is purpose. One of the elements of thought is purpose. What is the purpose of doing this research? What next is questions. What are the questions we are asking for this research? Next is information. What are the data and information we are using for this research? Concept. What are the concepts we are using for this research? Point of view. What is our point of view towards this research? Inferences. Assumption. What are the assumptions related to this research? Then implication. What are the implications of this research? These are the elements of thought, elements of reasoning, purpose, questions, information, concepts, point of view, inferences, assumptions, implication. These are the elements of thought, elements of reasoning. And what it is going to lead. They are going to, okay, before going there, let me tell you how these two are connected. When you must apply intellectual standards to elements of reasoning. How are we applying? Let me tell you that it is total permutation and combination, clarity of purpose, accuracy of purpose, relevance of purpose, logicality of purpose, breadth of purpose, depth of purpose, precision of purpose, significance of purpose, completeness of purpose, fairness of purpose. Similarly, clarity of questions, accuracy of question, relevance of questions, logicality of question. There are lot of this permutation and combination. You know what? The real high impact research is happening here. If we are not applying this one to the whatever literature review we do, we are not going to do a proper gap analysis. If this is what our way of thinking, gaps will get open everywhere. So you will be able to publish one paper a week, because that will be your ability for gap analysis. Because you are a critical thinker. A critical thinker's side effect is questioning. That person is going to question. So this word significance. What is the significance of that? Where is the proof for that? You will start going and doing that investigation and questioning. So when you do that, you develop intellectual traits. That is intellectual courage, intellectual humility, intellectual integrity, intellectual empathy, intellectual autonomy, intellectual perseverance, fair-mindedness, confidence in reason. This is what Department of Education, Government of India. This is what UGC, this is what AICT, this is what NAC. Everybody wants each and every faculty member to acquire through research. Intellectual courage, intellectual humility, intellectual integrity, intellectual empathy, intellectual autonomy, intellectual perseverance, fair-mindedness, confidence in reason. This is what making a person a good researcher, a good teacher. So this is what the critical thinking framework one has to. Actually, this is something I take about 3 hours. I take a class for faculty development program, but now I am finishing it off very fast because of lack of time. This is already 7:40 now on my watch. So I hope you understood the value of this. With this, now let us go ahead. With this, let us go ahead. Now, what are the things I spoke to you today? Why, first thing, what is the condition of our research scholars? And what is the reason they are not producing good research? And what are all the real shortcomings they have? And when they go with these shortcomings, what are the type of AI tools are in front of them? And those AI tools are only some islands, and they are not supporting our research scholars. And these AI tools, there are plenty on internet. everybody will ask money also. And these AI tools are only using 5% of potential. And this all AI tools are developed by some people in the West or in the East, and they do not have any understanding of what are the real suffering of Indian research scholar. Therefore, that is taking care only 5% of AI's requirement and AI's possibilities. So I am going to show you a platform here called 𝐵𝐾𝐻. This 𝐵𝐾𝐻 platform that is completely made for Indian research scholars. I am showing this 𝐵𝐾𝐻 platform because you will come to know with the AI what are the things we can do and in what way a research scholar will get help exactly like an Indian requirement. So let me go there now and then we will continue. Just a minute, I am going to stop this one now. I will restart. I hope my screen is visible now.
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is a 𝐵𝐾𝐻 application or this is a 𝐵𝐾𝐻 platform. What is 𝐵𝐾𝐻 platform? This is the only platform which is blending artificial intelligence with research methodology and advanced applied critical thinking and prompt engineering. So this is a blend of these four. And I will tell you what are how this is using the full potential of artificial intelligence for research. It has got four major utilities. Point number one is that it follows the complete research methodology. Means starting from the identification of the research problem to the final thesis and viva voce of the research. Means it is taking from A to Z of the research process step by step. So this is the major thing of this. First, it takes a research scholar from A to Z. And at the same time, we know that a paper publication is a small research. So in between, in this A to Z, a person can publish any number of research papers. Then, apart from that, second important thing about 𝐵𝐾𝐻 is 𝐵𝐾𝐻 has got entire research methodology interactive course inbuilt. That means in your university or in your college, how a research methodology is to be taught to research scholars, new research scholars. There are interactive course material inside 𝐵𝐾𝐻. Third, it has got the main thing is that it has got a full critical thinking, full package in this. Means it will compensate for not learning critical thinking in the past. Means this is a very important thing for every researcher, every faculty member here, because it is not possible to progress in this 2020s 2020s. We cannot progress unless we are good in critical thinking, unless we have got that rational mind, unless we feel like questioning things, unless we get that curiosity, unless our mind is investigative, we are not going to create any good research. Therefore, it has got a major area for critical thinking for research. Now, fourth one, it has got a special place for citation assistant. Citation assistant in the sense various ways to find citations. So I am going to explain this platform, these details one by one, and then I will explain these important points now. Then I will go to detail. So you will come to know that how to use AI for high impact research, that too for Indian research scholars and Indian faculty members through our Vigyana. See, Vigyana is for methodological research leveraging critical thinking and AI. Let me go to the next one. You know that go to any campus, there are two types of research scholars. There is a third type, but I am not going to speak about them. There are majority two types of research scholars. One type of research scholar, they have got an idea spark. Or faculty members, they want to, for a publication, they have got an idea spark. Vigyana will help that faculty member or a research scholar to build on that idea spark. Second, there are another type of research scholars and faculty members. They have interest in certain domain. There are certain domain areas, certain fields of knowledge, and Vigyana will help them to find a research topic based on their interest. So first is whoever has got a research idea, that is idea spark, from there how to go ahead. Then let us come here. It is then let us come here. There is from 3A onwards, literature review, formulating a research problem, identifying variables, constructing hypothesis, research design, study design, data collection methods, attitudinal scales, that is collecting data using attitudinal scales, validity and reliability of research instruments, sample collection, writing a research proposal, data collection, data processing, displaying data, how to display the data, then how to write a research report, then preparing for viva voce examination. Then we are coming to, I forgot there's a fifth, another one called Indian knowledge system. That is mining the past for new knowledge. Then Indian knowledge system, building a new future with the wisdom from the past. So these are all the main thing of Vigyana. Now, what I have shown you here is entire research methodology, that is from literature review to research report and Indian knowledge system. Now, I am going to show you another part of this, that is critical thinking and AI for you. You have seen in the previous slide this critical thinking framework. You have seen this permutation combination. This is the place in which actual research is happening. actual thinking is happening. All the world's the best research ideas are happening here. I wanted to tell you that Vijnana is a platform created by a team of 92 researchers from all over the world, including about 18 world-renowned researchers, professors from Ivy League universities. Their thinking style is copied and put it into Vijnana, embedded into Vijnana as best practices. Means the best practices of world-renowned Ivy League professors, understood from them with one-on-one interviews, and those collective wisdom is embedded into Vijnana for the purpose of Indian research scholars. So this is the research, this is the critical thinking framework embedded into research methodology and artificial intelligence. Now I am going to show you here, this is a research element level critical thinking through AI. This is what the critical thinking that I will show you in detail. First, I am going to explain this in general. Second is higher order thinking. Higher order thinking has got more than 40 different higher order thinking methodology inbuilt into Vijnana. I will show you some of the thing one by one. This is Bloom's cognitive compass, elevate your research thinking. Here there is a place called input. That is, this tool helps you align your research with Bloom's taxonomy, providing structured insights into the cognitive demands of your work. By selecting a level, you can assess whether your research achieves basic understanding or ventures into complex evaluation and creation, guiding you towards more comprehensive and higher level academic inquiry. We know that each research should be in a creative level. And before reaching to creative level, you must do some analysis, evaluation, etc. You write your research problem here in the input. Then click on analyze. That is, analyze factual knowledge, analyze conceptual knowledge, analyze procedural knowledge, analyze metacognitive knowledge. You click there. Immediately, Vijnana will show you where your research problem stands, or what are the type of cognitive rigor, intellectual rigor is required for your research to stand apart, to get good citation, to get acceptance by Q1, Q2 type of journals. This is what our objective of Vijnana. Here you see that and you click. I will show you this exactly one by one. Now my objective is to show you the real potential. Where is that 100%? Where is that 100% of AI is going to be useful for research? Now this is what here. Now I will tell you next possibilities. Now Bloom's for research was the first. Second is A and B reasoning. These are all higher order thinking. Concept A to concept B reasoning. That is, you write your concept A, that is from concept. Then you write what is a desired conclusion or decision. From where to where you want to create a reasoning. And then you say which is the domain, key concepts and keywords, criteria for success. What is what you think as a criteria, number of logical steps. Vijnana will take you the entire reasoning process from concept A to concept B. Now, if you want to if you have a research paper publication idea, put it in concept A, that is in one stage. Then you put it in concept B. Then you say like this number of stages. It will really put all reasoning in this continuation so that you will get to the total structure of your research paper. See, there is nothing is going to come free here, but you have to put this and you have to. So this Vijnana is a tool for the reasoning. Now this is the say concept A and concept B, interdisciplinary research. Concept A and concept B, interdisciplinary research. This tool significantly benefits researchers to analyze and integrate concepts across various disciplines. Input concept A and concept B in text boxes. Application include interdisciplinary research, integration, systematic literature review, policy analysis, development, etc. This is a second tool, that is concept A and concept B for interdisciplinary research. Now you see here concept A and concept B. You can critique, argue, and compare. So this is another tool. These are all A and B reasoning. Now you see conceptual clarity and coherence. What is this? Conceptual coherence validator. These are all higher order thinking. If you want to get a papers published or the research of high value, it has to go for Q1, Q2. Then these type of thinkings are the world's great people they are thinking. Vijnana's main objective is that India has to grow in research. That is the reason these are all never found features are built into this. Conceptual coherence validator. What is that? This tool ensures that individual concepts used in the research are coherent and support the broader argument or interpretation. Second, concept deconstruction and rebuild. This tool deconstructs a central concept in the research, allowing researchers to rebuild it with modifications that address gaps or challenges. Concept deconstruction and rebuild. Now go to the third one, conceptual linkage explorer. This tool helps researchers discover connections between seemingly unrelated concepts, fostering creativity and novel insights. This is conceptual linkage explorer. Then fourth one is now critical evaluation of arguments. Now see this. These are all the challenges faced by every researcher. Argument strength evaluator. What is the strength of your argument? When you go with a totally waterproof, ironclad argument, who is going to question you? Or every AK-47 bullet will go away from this particular shield. Argument strength evaluator. This tool analyzes the strength and persuasiveness of research arguments, providing insights into their effectiveness and areas of enhancement. Now, it's a second counter argument development tool. If you want to do a counter argument, put that details here. Vijnana will create counter arguments for you for whatever is kept here. This is counter argument development tool. Then third one is rationality checker. This tool assesses the rationality of arguments and decisions within research, promoting more scientifically sound conclusions. More scientifically sound conclusion. Then let us go to next one. Hypothesis testing and dialectics. Dialectical hypothesis tester. This tool tests the robustness of the hypothesis by challenging it with opposing arguments and data, encouraging researchers to strengthen or modify their hypothesis. Next, antithesis discovery tool. This tool identifies the antithesis to the researcher's current argument by finding opposing studies, data, or theories in the literature. C. Reverse hypothesis engineering. What is that? This tool helps researchers reverse engineer research conclusions to generate new hypotheses by tracing results back to unexplored premises and assumptions. I am telling you, these are all the things, type of the research we need to do. These are the type of the research our competitors are doing. That is the reason you see all those China, how ahead they are from ours. And you take QS ranking, you take time ranking, you take the first 50 or 100 or 25 in Asia. Why this Chinese universities are so ahead? You just think about Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a city of Bombay size. They have got only 2 universities. Any list, any ranking, it is above 20. These 2 universities are always above 20. It is just a small area like Bombay. These are all the reason. Their cognitive rigor is high. Their thinking levels are high. Their research methods are different. Vijnana is bringing that type of a rigor. Vijnana is bringing that type of a methodology here for our researchers to do research. So that it is because Bharat Mata deserves better. This is not the thing Bharat Mata deserves. We need higher rankings. We need our education, our researchers to feel pride. That's the reason here reverse hypothesis engineering. Now I am going to the next, boundary and scope management. Boundary complexity analyzer. This tool analyzes whether the boundaries of the research add unnecessary complexity or conversely oversimplify the scope, offering strategy to balance complexity. Next, B is boundary critique for systems. This tool critically evaluates the boundaries of the system to ensure that important elements are included, questioning what is inside and outside the system scope. You know, this is going to be a little system thinking, but you need not learn system thinking for this. You need to give the input and it works as a testing tool and an educator. Once or twice or thrice you use it and you study the difference between input and output, then you are going to learn it. What is this system thinking and what is its possibility or the imperative in your research and how this can be used, and then you are going to spread the news and many people are going to learn this. Now, research outcome deconstructor. This tool breaks down research outcomes to reveal the underlying factors that contributed to the success or failure of the research, helping improve future designs. Let me go to next, causality and assumption analysis. First, causality validator. Second, assumption disruptor. C, devil's advocate data challenger. MG, give me some water. Devil's advocate data challenger. What is causality validator? This tool ensures that the conclusions drawn from research data are based on valid causal relationship, not just correlation. We have to understand it is not a correlation, it is a causal relationship. Assumption disruptor. This tool identifies the questions and questions the hidden assumptions behind research hypotheses, forcing researchers to critically assess the foundations of their work. Now 8. Perspective shifts and alternate views. Alternate perspective generator. Paradigm disruptor. Stakeholder objection forecaster. These are all important tools for research. Alternate perspective generator, paradigm disruptor, stakeholder objection forecaster. Now, reasoning and logic validation, deductive reasoning optimizer, inductive reasoning validator, research heuristic advisor. These are all, any research you do, any paper publication, you have the plan. All these tools are going to be useful for you to create a watertight research. Then case studies and reverse analysis. Reverse case study analyzer. Reverse case study analyzer. Literature review disassembler. Intellectual risk assessment. These are all the things. Now you have seen that here about 40 higher order thinking ready to use tools. These are all directly linked to the higher order thinking of Bloom's taxonomy. Analyze, evaluate, and create. This is what only one section of higher order thinking. Now I am going to show you another interesting part of Vijnana, that is inspired higher order thinking. What is inspired higher order thinking? That is drawing on the thinking styles of pioneering scientists and philosophers. This feature integrates their intellectual legacies into modern research. For example, you give your research concept and you click here. You will see if Nikola Tesla was doing your research, how he would have done. Second, Marie Curie. If Marie Curie was doing your research, how she would have done this. Similarly, you can see individual, you can see how Albert Einstein would have done, how Alan Turing would have done, how Richard Feynman would have done. So that here the top scientists and philosophers, their thinking styles, abstract thinking styles are bought. Why Vijnana is doing this? Because the future is for interdisciplinary research. If we have to do interdisciplinary research, because our Indian research scholars are coming from silos educational system, we need more broader thinking. Therefore, in Vijnana there are 40 world's greatest philosophers, scientists and thinkers. Their abstract thinking philosophies are kept for your research topic. So that is what here, inspired higher order thinking. This is inspired higher order thinking. Now I am going back here. Critical thinking and AI for you. See, here is the critical thinking framework. How it is going to be useful, I will tell you. You have seen that you must apply intellectual standards. That is, we need to apply 10 intellectual standards to whatever we do. Clarity, accuracy, relevance, logicality, breadth, depth, precision, significance, completeness, fairness. You write here on the first column, here on the image. Similarly, here on the first column, you write any concept, you write any hypothesis, you write here and click clarity. I will show you an example here. On a concept, I am going to write this great Indian concept like Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Let me see, and through artificial intelligence, through critical thinking, Vijnana will show you back what this is exactly for clarity, for accuracy, for relevance, for the logicality. I am going to key in here. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Okay, I have written there Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu is a concept. I can write any concept under the sun, any concept from nuclear physics or mechanical engineering or natural language processing or Hadoop or Python or anything I can write. I am writing this particular thing only for a demonstration purpose, only for demonstration. Now I am coming here, I am clicking clarity. Now Vijnana is going to explain this concept in a very elaborate way. Now Vijnana opened Vijnana has got specialities. I will tell you. Vijnana has got 2200 Einstein level thinking pathways. Vijnana has got Socraterial questioning and feedback system. Means what are all the thinking pathways we do not have, Vijnana compensates that. Whatever we give there, whatever we give, whatever type of the information we produce, Vijnana will always come with a Socraterial, Socratic feedback and questioning system. Even if I am going to tell Vijnana that I found a medicine for cure for cancer, Vijnana is going to come and tell me, Vijnana is going to come and tell me that the Socratic questioning and feedback to me. So these are all the important things of say. Now I received it from Vijnana. You would have noticed that Vijnana is not like a generative AI. It is not getting generated in front of me. It is coming through so much of processes. It is that is the reason. See here. Now I will read it out. I do not know whether you can read. I am happy to make the concept clear to you because we asked for critical thinking, first intellectual standard, clarity. So Vijnana is telling me clarity. I am happy to make the concept clear to you in various multiple ways. From here on, total concept means Loka Samasta Sukhino Pavandu. This concept is a Sanskrit phrase, Loka Samasta Sukhino Pavandu, which translates to may the whole world be happy and peaceful. It is a spirit of a universal goodwill, wishing well for all inhabitants of the world, reflecting a sense of unity, harmony, and shared prosperity. See here, explanation and elaboration. It is Loga Samasta Sukhino Pavandu. It is showing paraphrasing of that and explaining. Questioning about various things about Loga Samasta Sukhino Pavandu. Comparison and contrast. Compared to survival of the fittest, Loga Samasta Sukhino Pavandu emphasizes collective well-being. It is showing simplification. Loga refers to all the worlds. Samasta translates to with all elements or entirety. Sukhino Pavandu means should dwell in happiness, putting them together. It means let all the worlds in the entirety dwell in happiness. Visual representation, practical application, analogies and metaphors related to that. Means it is then related to non-concept. Ubuntu, an African philosophy of interdependence and shared destiny, aligns with Loga Samasta Sukhino Pavandu. See, these are all the things I never thought about. I never even know that this computer operating system called Ubuntu, what was the real meaning of that? Now story and an anecdote. See, this is the way with the critical thinking. With the critical thinking, our Vijnana has created this entire thing for clarity. Similarly, I can go for accuracy, relevance, logicality, breadth, depth, precision, significance, completeness, fairness, etc. Now let us come here. See, this is what? See, this is what? Purpose. The elements of thought or elements of reasoning, that is purpose, question, information, concept, point of view, inferences, assumption, implications, etc., etc. These are all part of the critical thinking. So you have seen here that there are three major sections with over 120 small tools embedded only for critical thinking and higher order thinking. It is a very big contribution for the Indian research ecosystem because we are not teaching our researchers critical thinking. Our researchers are not thinking critically. Therefore, about 120 tools are inbuilt and kept here with the explanation so that we will really fight with the researchers from anywhere in the world. Our higher educational institutions can go with really high research. So these are the three things I explained to you now. Now I am coming to the first one. That is the level 00. We have not entered into Vijnana's major possibilities. I am only speaking about the first one. This is instant validation of your idea spark for research and publications. Means when we take a shower while speaking to a friend or while taking class, we get some research idea. But we need to validate it. We need to validate whether it is worth to pursue this. Now, this particular step of Vijnana is a big call that don't waste any idea spark. Any idea spark you have, come and put here and do the validation so that you will come to know how valuable is your research idea spark. This is for this particular page is for that. I will show you how that is done. I am going to show you how that is done. See here on the left hand side, you are seeing iteration input. Here on the right hand side, you are seeing iteration output. On the left hand side, when you have a research idea, you need to put only 3 inputs here. Only 3 inputs. Because you know that you are research in a very preliminary stage and you have very less information at that time. But you have to validate before putting your other resources into this. I have seen people, they have spent 4 months to validate a research idea, then dropped it. Why should we waste our golden years of our life? Therefore, what you need to hear, I will explain to you. First, you have to write what is your idea spark. What is your idea spark? Write it there. Second, what is the context or the domain or a field of study relevant to this idea spark? Third, what is the objective or expected outcome of your research? These are the only 3 information you give. Then on the right hand side, you click originality assessment. Within 10 seconds, 15 seconds, Vijnana will do an originality assessment of your research idea spark. It out of 10, it will give you a score 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5. Vijnana will give an originality assessment. And that is one thing. Second, you have given an idea spark. Do you want to fine tune your idea spark? In 2 ways you can fine tune your idea spark. Vijnana will help you. It is Vijnana. How to go to your domain focused fine tuning. Means you have got an idea spark. You put here idea spark here and tell Vijnana to fine tune. That idea spark, Vijnana will change about 12 to 15 different ways and give to you. I want to tell you here, as I was telling you yesterday, 0 multiplied by 100 is equal to 0, 1000 is equal to 0, 1 lakh is equal to 0. Vijnana is not going to take anybody from 0. When you are something, Vijnana will augment you. Vijnana will augment you. If you are 10, Vijnana can take you to 10,000 or 1 lakh. That is the power. So here, fine tune of your idea spark. Domain focused fine tuning. Refine your research topic within its original domain, leveraging domain specific insights and methodologies to enhance the relevance and depth, ensuring your idea in well rooted in established knowledge and current trend. Let me show you an example here. I am going to put an idea spark. I am going to put an idea spark here. Let me show you this. Dynamically, I am going to tell that one, design of dynamically changing workstations for IT employees, for IT, for software developers. This is my research idea spark. Means when you are sitting in one posture for long time, you get back pain, you get shoulder freezing, you go mad. But if during the time, if it is going to slowly change, means it will be ergonomically good. Ergonomically good. It is going to change. Now I have put that one. That one, design of dynamically changing, instead of changing I will put repositioning workstations for software professionals. Now what is the domain, what is the field of study? I am going to write medicine, physiotherapy. Okay, these are all just coming to my mind. I am putting this. This is what the domain. What is the objective? I am going to tell that. Implement these workstations in all IT companies in Pune. I am going to write this. See, now I have given 3 inputs. This is what my ideas are. Design of dynamically repositioning workstations for software professionals. This context is a domain or field of study relevant, that is medicine, physiotherapy. And what is the objective? I want to implement these workstations in all IT companies in Pune. This is what my idea. Now I am going on the right hand side. I am clicking originality assessment. What is the originality of this particular my idea? I am clicking this. Oh. Just a minute. I am getting a message that no credit available for me to do the originality assessment. Just a minute. Abji. Can you tell Diwali and tell that no credit available? See. I don't know. Can speak. No. His number. Okay. But what I do is that till that is getting solved, I will explain to you. When I click here, originality assessment, here it is showing that no credit is available. I do not know why this is happening, but you will get a total originality assessment of this idea, and Vijnana will give at least 5 to 6 Socratic questioning and feedback for this. Vijnana will tell that this can actually change. This can actually change the situation, change the this can how to improve your research. Vijnana will give the suggestions back. Now that is one thing. And if Vijnana is giving, that is one thing. Here in the below you are seeing fine tune your ideas for. Here you click. And it will open. It will show some 12 to 15 ideas related to this, fine tuning this. Already? No, how it will do? So here you can click, and then you can get about 12 to 15 ideas related to this. Means Vijnana will help you to fine tune your research idea spark. And once you are done, once you finalize your research idea through this Socratic feedback and through the fine tuning and interdisciplinary fine tuning, there are two ways of fine tuning in Vijnana. Your idea spark even before starting the research. First is fine tune your idea spark. Fine tune your idea spark with the domain focused fine tuning and interdisciplinary fine tuning. In this way, you would have heard that day before yesterday there was a news. Punjab University, there some 40 scientists are in the top 2% of scientists in Stanford University. And do you know what is the secret? They said their scientists are able to find very unique and very rare research topics. Vijnana is for that purpose. You will be able to find very unique research topics here. Very unique research topics. And you can do it. You can do it. Then, apart from that, once you finalize that, what are the other things you can do here? Value proposition. You can find out what is the, if you pursue this research, what is the value proposition? Application spectrum. If you pursue this research, what are the applications you can do? The fourth is research question formulation. What are the type of research questions you can do if you pursue this particular research idea? Literature synopsis, hypothesis generation, resource compilation, scale projection, stakeholder mapping. Who are all the people affected by your research? Who are all the people going to get benefited by your research? Impact analysis, metacognitive inquiry questions, interdisciplinary exploration, engaging pitch construction, ethical consideration, methodological advisor, validation strategy, data visualization ideas, collaboration opportunities, probable funding strategies, publication venues, long-term visioning. Long-term visioning in the sense, with your research, how are you going to contribute to the body of knowledge? How are you going to become, how your research is going to be useful for the society and for the mankind. These are the type of the information you will get as part of the validation of your research idea. It is going to take maximum 10 minutes for you to decide whether to pursue this or not. Within that 10 minutes, you will get a very good overall picture of this. You please see, you have not entered to Vijnana. This is 0. It is only instant validation of your idea spark for research and publication. So on the screen itself, you can put your idea spark, you can get all validation, you can get everything else related to this, your research, and you can fine tune. You can fine tune in the same, you can fine tune with the domain focus, you can fine tune interdisciplinary way. Now let me go to the next one, that is identifying a research topic. The structure is same. On the left hand side it is iterative input, on the right hand side it is iteration output. And there you see like that, here on the left hand side, you need to give the information 3 domains you are really interested in. Then you give your personal details, your interested fields, etc., your research experience, etc. Then you click research idea suggestion here. Then you click research idea suggestion here, and Vijnana will create about 6 to 7 research ideas based on your interest. Excuse me, just to see this one, I am going to stop this presentation for 1 or 2 minutes. I will come back to you now.
Please wait, everybody. Dr. Suresh Nambudiri is getting his presentation ready for that session.
Sorry for the interruption. I wanted to improve something and to show you on the software, and I didn't know that because I am not that technical person. That was the reason I was taking some technical help. So now let us start again. 1 minute. I am going to. Hope you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what we were discussing, it was here that instant validation of our idea. I was really, because I faced a technical problem here. Being an old person, mechanical engineer, it is difficult for me to understand this. I am going to put this thing once again. What I was showing you here was that design of a dynamically changing or dynamically repositioning workstation for IT professionals. That is my research idea. Okay, because instead of sitting 8 hours or 14 hours in the same posture, during time it will slowly move. So that we are not going to sit in the same posture. And what is the context or what is the domain? I am going to put this domain as medicine. Okay, or medicine, or I say physiotherapy. I am going to put that. Then what is that? Then what is the objective? Objective. I am going to tell that to change the labor laws, making it mandatory. Use such workstations in IT industry. Okay, I am going to write this thing. So let us hope that one. Now I am going for this. Now I am going for originality assessment. I am going to click this. See, now Vijnana has opened. Now Vijnana is going to show. Now Vijnana is going to show what is the originality of my research idea. So with this clicking of about 8 to 10 places, what I am going to get? I am going to get exactly the validation whether my research idea is good or not. Now let us wait. Now Vijnana is going to tell us this this originality of my research idea. Vijnana thinking a lot. Yeah. See, for my idea, Vijnana has given an originality assessment of 7. That is a title, Design of a Dynamically Repositioning Workstation for IT Professionals. Much has been researched and written about occupational health workstation. So here you see, I am getting a originality score of 7 out of 10, and Vijnana is giving me justification for this why it is 7, and Vijnana is asking me 5 questions back, a few pointers that can enhance my research. Vijnana is asking me, giving me feedback about 5 questions. Tell that, oh, Suresh Nambudiri, you go there and change your idea in this way so that your research will be better. So this is what the power of Vijnana, this is what the power of AI. These type of powers are required for Indian researchers. These type of research, these type of powers are not available with any AI tools. This is for improving the Indian research ecosystem. Now I am going to close here. Now I want to fine tune my research, fine tune research ideas part. I am going to click here. See, when I am going to click here, I am telling Vijnana, you fine tune my ideas part, fine tune domain focused way, so that with whatever I have given my research idea, now Vijnana has taken up. Vijnana is going to fine tune it and tell me various ways I can do this research idea. Now please wait. There is a question that whether platform keeps a record of them. No, your research idea remains yours. It is going to get saved on your computer and it is for you. Nobody is going to see this, and this your research idea is not going to use for any training purposes also. Your research idea is your research idea. It is taking same. See now this one, Vijnana has given me 15 fine-tuned ideas. 15 fine-tuned ideas. Please see. Impact of dynamically repositioning workstations on musculoskeletal disorders among IT professionals. Mental health effects of using dynamic workstations. A psychiatric study among IT professionals. Metabolic shifts consequent to the use of. I got 15 fine-tuned ideas based on my initial original idea. This is from the same domain. I have got another option here. I am closing this because lack of time. I am closing here on the interdisciplinary fine-tuning. If I am going to click there, based on my original idea, Vijnana will give interdisciplinary another 15 ideas to me. So where is the scarcity of ideas now? And Vijnana will, this can be used. These are all working on the iteration process. With this, we can go ahead. Now, let me show you another important thing. It is citation. See, here there is a citation manager. Here citation is done in a very scientific way. How it is done? There are 4 different ways in which citation is done. One is semantic contextual expansion. Vijnana can expand on your research topic by exploring semantically related concepts and terminologies that may not be explicitly mentioned in the initial input. This means you give your research idea and Vijnana will do a semantic contextual expansion for citation discovery. Second, citation network exploration. You give one research paper related to this, and Vijnana will expand. That is citation network exploration. Then third way of finding citation, cross-disciplinary citation mining. D, authorship pattern analysis. That means there are some of the key authors, paper authors in this particular discipline. So it will go through that one. It will see that authorship pattern and it will discover citation. There are 4 ways in Vijnana. It will help for citation. Now I am going back to where we were, that is instant validation of our idea, identify a research topic, critical thinking AI for you, higher order. Here you are seen it is a critical thinking framework. Then you are seen higher order thinking. Then in higher order thinking there are about 40 tools, and inspired higher order thinking we can take the help of about 40 great men from the past, very important for interdisciplinary research. Then we can go for literature review, formatting research problem, identifying. These are all one by one in this way. Then we can do the each stage of research methodology. Now I am going for knowledge. See here there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 interactive lessons. 14 interactive lessons. It covers the research methodology syllabus and going beyond it. Going beyond that, because it is research methodology plus applied critical thinking plus artificial intelligence. So here individually you can go and you will see that you will see lesson, interactive lesson for research methodology teaching. So this is Vijnana is designed as a great help, or it is something which is going to elevate Indian research ecosystem. That is what the main purpose of this. Now we have reached something around 8:50 and we need to conclude by 9 o'clock. Only 10 minutes left. And I think I have shown you the major thing, how artificial intelligence can help an Indian researcher, how artificial intelligence can actually compensate for not learning the key investigative research things in the past, how artificial intelligence can bridge the gap between those developed countries and Ivy League universities and Harvards and Stanfords with our Indian higher educational institutions. These are all the main purpose of Vijnana, because Bharat Mata deserves better. Whatever we are having, this is not the thing we deserve. Bharat Mata deserves better. Therefore, we have to go for the real tools for India. We are not going to exactly follow whatever Westerners are doing. We have got our own capabilities. We are going to use it. We are going to use it. So with this, I am going to stop here, and I am going to answer questions. Let me see here on the chat box, and I will answer question one by one. And whoever has got question, please put it on chat box. Okay, that is the first question I answered. That was Anand Raj sir, REC. That when we post our research ideas, does the platform keep record of them? No. And Bhuvaneshwari madam, see Bhuvaneshwari madam, this Vijnana, because it is a high-end software, it cannot be online. It is not online. It is to be procured by the institution or by the researcher. It is to be installed on your PC. It needs Windows operating system and an internet connection. Okay, that is the answer to Bhuvaneshwari madam. Then, okay, I think that is answering to Anand Raj sir's question also. Then Richie Thomas madam, how to log into Vijnana? I answered that question also. So Vijnana is not online. It cannot be online. And Sumo George sir, is Vijnana free of access? No, it is not free. It is not free. So what is the cost? Actually, if you are giving your number, someone from IPSR solution will give you the details. Okay, Mahalakshmi madam, is it affordable? Yes, it has to be affordable. How much it cost, you will get the details. Please let me know any more questions. See, Dr. Pradeep Kumar sir, any trial version? There are no trial version now for Vijnana, but anyone who wants to try this, we can make an arrangement through TeamViewer or some software like that. It is not subscription. It is not subscription. The institution is going to buy this, and it is institution's asset. It is going to be ever. It is going to be forever. Any number of teachers can use, any number of research scholars can use. It is only thing is that it is something like you are buying car, and based on usage you are filling petrol. Similarly, there will be usage charges one has to pay. It is only based on the usage. It has to be paid to ChatGPT company. Okay. Dr. CVR wants my number. I am writing it here. 967-367-0033. Dr. Suresh Namboothiri. See, there are I was going through this message that is by Ramu Golconda sir. This type of questions, this type of apprehensions were with every invention, every tool introduced to the world. This apprehension was there, but our human mind, we always push the boundaries. Because when we started photography, all portrait painters, all artists came that it is going to remove, it is going to dilute our skill. But the photography is a different thing. So similarly, when we invented pen, when we invented calculator, when we invented word processor, only thing for some people it will take some time to digest it. But one important thing we realize, all countries are using AI to the hilt. Now they are competing with us. I don't know whether we are competing itself. We are only in quantity. We are not in quality. And those countries are using this for hilt. My friends, they are in Taiwan, they are in China, they are in other developed countries. They are all using AI to the maximum for. Still we are here. Still we are thinking whether to use or not. People take a research topic from somebody. They are complaining about plagiarism. This is the reason when steam was so powerful, we stopped our invention of steam with the invention of Italy. But some people, they went ahead. They made a total locomotive engine pulling about 20 wagons across one hill with the steam engine. This is what the mentality we need to change. Every tool has got its own difficulty, its own shortcomings, but its own benefit. We should have an entrepreneurial spirit to see the potential of that tool and to see that. For example, now in my house kitchen, there is a knife, there is a fire, there is fire. And this knife and fire, it is killing thousands of people every year. But still we are using this tool inside our kitchen. This is exactly the same. Yeah, for every tool, there was an opposition. Exactly same with the ChatGPT. Generative AI is a tool. 𝐻𝐽𝐺 is a tool. Any more questions? Any more questions? Okay, there is a question from Manoj Isaac sir. If 𝐻𝐽𝐺 is not online based, it is connected to internet. Means it is on your computer connected to internet. It is not cloud based. That is what I meant by not online. It's not online based. How it is updated? See, 𝐻𝐽𝐺 is getting updated. 𝐻𝐽𝐺 is getting updated means we update. We update. Personally, we update. That is what happening. And this is connected. It has got two important things. ChatGPT and 𝐻𝐽𝐺 GPT. 𝐻𝐽𝐺 GPT is installed and then ChatGPT. With this coordination, you are getting superior result. That is the reason you are getting a different type of output from 𝐻𝐽𝐺. I hope I clarified the question. Okay, Dr. CVR says question, do we have another class of you? My class is not there tomorrow. Now, yesterday and today were my classes. Now, tomorrow is not my class.
Please note everybody, we will be having our next class on Friday. Okay, we got a unavailability of resource for tomorrow and day after. So we will have our next class on Friday, and the final class will be, the session will be on Saturday. All right, okay. I'll just repeat for those people who wanted. We will be having our next session on Friday. That is the 27th. And the last session for this FTP is going to be on the 28th.
Any more questions?
Nothing that I see here, sir.
Okay, thanks a lot. So now let us call it a day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Dr. Suresh Nampidri, for that wonderful session. All of you, please note our next session is going to be on Friday at the same time of 7 p.m. Please join in for that. The next session, the topic is going